van driving around the region doesn't seem like much of a story. But what about a van that's fully electric? Here in Teesside, Northumbrian Water has unveiled its first electric van. It's all part of the company's commitment to become carbon neutral by 2027.
In Northumbrian Water we have a really strong emissions target where we would like to actually be ahead of the game and ahead of the government targets by about 20 years if we can. So whilst this is number one, hopefully next year we'll bring another raft of vehicles. It's quite difficult because a lot of our workforce work from home. So, you know, how do we charge the vehicle if they live in a third-storey flat? This is very much a product of our last year's Innovation Festival where we looked at alternative fuels.
The Innovation Festival will be returning this July, where industry experts, academics and scientists come together to champion new ideas that might just change the world. Now, Northumbrian Water aims for its 1,000-strong fleet to have zero emissions in the next 5 years. Something we'll all have to become familiar with sooner rather than later. But so far, only 1% of us use all-electric cars.
I think it's imperative to make the switch. The big challenge, I guess, for not the manufacturers, but predominantly for us as a country, and us as a world really, is that we don't necessarily have the infrastructure in place to sustain huge amounts of growth on the electrical side. There's a number of power sources you can choose. You can use electricity, hydrogen, you know, there's vehicles out there doing this. The manufacturers are a little bit slow in terms of catching up with that. It's not necessarily manufacturer related, but more about battery technology.
But don't go anywhere. We're going to be taking the van out for a spin later in the programme. Sophie Halsey for North East Live.